Welcome back to Two Therapists Walk into a Podcast. We're so glad you're here. I'm Robin Green, LCSW.
Stephanie Edsel, also an LCSW.
Today's topic is one a lot of people will recognize: when logic fails. As much as we love logic, and we do, sometimes it just doesn't hold.
For many men, logic has been the armor, the safe space, the thing that gets praised. But what happens when emotions break through and logic no longer works? That's where we're going today, so buckle up. Let's take a moment to land.
Notice your breath. Is it shallow or steady? Without changing anything, just become aware.
Drop your attention into your body, feet on the floor, back against your chair, wherever you are. Feel the points of contact that are holding you up right now.
If you notice yourself slipping into that logic brain, see if you can let your awareness move lower into your chest or your stomach. Notice any sensations: tightness, warmth, heaviness, and allow them to just be there.
One inhale, one exhale. Let your shoulders drop a little. Unclench your jaw. Feel the support under you. You're here, and that's enough.
Logic is useful, but when we rely on it too much, it can become a mask, just like anger.
Of course. Hopefully you knew we were going to bring it around to one of the masks. Here's the thing. When stress or anger hit hard, that logical part of the brain, that beautiful prefrontal cortex, actually goes offline. It's what we call a brain state hijack.
Which means logic literally fails. What takes over is the survival system: fight, flight, or freeze. That's why men who were taught to stay rational, composed, and logical can suddenly find themselves confused, overwhelmed, or reactive.
Remember we talked in our last episode about how confusion isn't really an emotion? It's what happens when emotions overload the system and scramble the brain. So it's like a cognitive state.
Right, and then there's gaslighting. It's become a buzzword, but it actually means deliberately distorting someone's reality until they doubt themselves. It's not just disagreeing. When we misuse the term, we water down its meaning, and that creates even more confusion.
And for men especially, logic gets used as armor. I said that a moment ago. There's also this habit of intellectualizing feelings, turning raw emotions into analysis or explanations instead of actually feeling them. That can look like saying, I know I'm angry because of XYZ, without ever noticing the anger in the body, how it's showing up. It feels safe, but it keeps the experience in the head instead of the heart.
Right. And when the nervous system is hijacked, that armor cracks. And sometimes narcissism disrupts logic altogether. It can disrupt empathy too. Logic gets weaponized instead of connected.
The important thing is this: it's predictable. Just like anger, these shutdowns and hijacks are nervous system patterns. No extra shame required. Today's nervous system nuggets. Real threats and perceived threats activate the body in almost the same way.
For men, those perceived threats can be to the ego, financial, occupational, relational, a criticism at work, a partner questioning competence, a comment that lands like an insult.
The nervous system treats that as danger, just like it would a car swerving into your lane. Heart rate rises, muscles tighten, logic goes offline.
That's why logic fails. It's not a weakness, it's biology.
Once we can see that, we can work with it instead of fighting it. So what do you do when logic fails and you're hijacked? You reset the body first. One of our favorite ways is the wall push.
Here's how. Stand facing a wall, place your palms flat, and push like you're trying to move it.
Keep breathing as you press. Feel your muscles engage. Notice the effort. Your body gets a safe outlet for all that activation. It tells your nervous system, I can do something with this energy.
After a few seconds, step back, shake out your arms, and see if your breath feels steadier.
It's simple, it's grounding, and it helps bring your logic brain back online. And honestly, sometimes it just feels good to push against something that won't move.
And sometimes it can bring a little bit of a laugh because we all need that reminder that even when we're offline, we can come back.
100%. I just wanted to laugh because sometimes after really tough sessions, I will do a wall push because I'm a human being, right? And we talk about being people that experience these exact same phenomenon. So,
Yeah, I have a whole ritual myself. And that's important too, just having that flow, that ritual, that drill,
the repetition.
the repetition.
Yeah. So picture a man at work who gets called out in front of his team. Ugh. On the surface, he looks defensive or maybe even checked out. But underneath, his nervous system read that as an ego threat, as if his survival were at stake.
Or a partner says something small. Did you pay that bill? And it lands like a huge insult. The reaction isn't about the bill, it's about the system reading into it. The message, you've failed.
And for many boys, being rational was praised, while feelings were dismissed. So when logic fails, it feels life-altering.
And that's the rewire. Recognize the hijack, name it, and use tools like the wall push to bring the body back. Then curiosity and connection can follow.
Remember, it doesn't stop at home or work. We say this over and over, but think of friendships or community spaces where men lean on logic to avoid vulnerability. That wall goes up, and the people around them feel it.
And we will also say it again. we're not above this. Even therapists notice when we hide behind logic instead of feeling. It never really works.
Which is why we practice too. This week, we want you to notice, when does logic fail for you? What do you feel underneath when it does? How do you attempt to intellectualize emotion instead of feel emotion? And what helps you come back online? Take a pause if you can and sit with those questions.
Logic is definitely a gift, and it's not a cure-all. And when it fails, a reminder that it doesn't mean you're broken. It means your nervous system is calling for some pause and some intentional care.
That's part of why we're here, to see the men we don't see, even when they're hiding behind logic. These patterns are predictable. Understanding them means no extra shame is needed.
Join us next time for episode 25, Lonely but Not Alone. And thank you to our listeners. We're so grateful to be in this with you.
And remember, healing isn't linear, and we're here for the ride.
Thanks for sitting with us today. If something resonated, we'd love it if you shared the episode, left a review, or connected with us on social. We're two therapists walk into a podcast on most platforms. You can listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. This podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not therapy, does not replace therapy, and does not establish a therapist-client relationship. If you're in crisis, please reach out to a qualified mental health professional or call 988 in the U.S. Robin Green is a licensed therapist in Arizona, and Stephanie Edsall is licensed in Utah, but this podcast is intended for a general audience.